Welcome everyone, viewers checking in. This is the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 final. We have the Run Whisperers winning yesterday, the playoff game, and today taking on the Gubabas Bulls, who have been top of the log since the start of this Desert Ice T20 league, just falling once off that top spot due to the Mambas coming through. Unfortunately, the game between them, the Mambas lost out, but yes, favorably, Run Whisperers went through. And we are about to start with a very exciting final to come up between the two teams. Keith Kwanda standing in captain for Gubabas Bulls. Won the toss, elected to bat. In previous the discussions with him, with just a good question about who's going to be chasing the score and what is the pass score today. So yes, around about that we talked through 300, 280, maybe on the board with the new boundary in coming into contention. And as I say that, the two teams are taking the field. Umpires are getting ready. We see that they elected, Run Whisperers has elected National Shire, I think, vice captain for the Run Whisperers to open the bowling. In the middle, we've got Keith Kondu, normal captain for Gubabas Bulls, but yes, nonetheless, and Henry Opperman, the young and exciting, now recently played one game for the Namibia national team, and coming through, opening here with Keith Kondu today. So yes, exciting stuff. Hopefully we're going to see a few boundaries flying today. If not, more than less, I would hope. And yes, first ball going. Oh, that flies through. Third man has to come around. It looks like Lucas Creer in the deep, and they're going to take on two. Yes, easy two there for Gubabas Bulls. And immediately off the mark with 2 runs. Keith just getting some kind of outside play there on it. Was it maybe a thick edge? Just flying away. But nonetheless, 2 runs on the board. Second ball of the over. Worked around the corner there by Keith Kondu and a single up. Just getting back to their team today. We see that there's a few youngsters in their team as well. Henry Opperman now back in the team for today. And we had them, Adrian Kutsie and Joshua Sillier also in the team. Do not have the starting list, the full starting list. There was a bit of a mouse and cat team play here between the two teams. They didn't want to make their teams available up to the last moment. And team sheets just handed in time with the scorers. But nonetheless, I have spoken to Run Whisperers as well. Similar team to yesterday. They had to choose between 1 or 2 players that got out. And first shot around the corner. Will it fly? Hopping between the 2 ropes and going over. 8 runs it is. And as we say that, the new boundary rope comes into play on the 3rd ball of the game already. And as I said, that 8 runs and 12 runs with the new introduction bylaw Can harm a team quite badly. Oh, one just staying low. Henry Opperman looking a bit confused there. Looking at the spot where that pitch, that wasn't good. We don't want to see that too much. Even bounce is always what we would like to see. And even more bounce is probably actually more one of the exciting things that we want to see. We don't want to see something stay low like that or lose your wicket to a ball that doesn't come up. Nash almost threw his over. 2 balls left. Ah, brilliant by Henry. Just keeping that one out. Oh, beautiful. All well-round cricket. Nash coming back strongly in that over, ending it with 3 dots. Going for 2 in the first ball, and then that quick boundary by Henry Opperman shoots them up to 11 after the first over for the loss of none. Keith Kwandu, 3 of 2. Henry Opperman putting his mark down, 8 of 4 already.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Ned Webster, bowler from the northern end, had a particularly great game and suddenly driven there by Keith Kwandu. First ball from Ned goes up over the second boundary, 8 runs. Beautiful cover drive by Keith Kwandu, and using the feet, getting a proper drive in that. Ned just maybe over pitching that one a bit. Has to pull that bit backwards and be wary of that too full. Keith very, very strong, straight and through the cover side. Henry Opperman on the other side. A very good puller of the ball and all-round players almost got each shot in the bag. So Run Whisperers will have their work cut out here in the opening spare from Gebaba's Bulls. Ned Webster, first ball. Boundary. Oh, that one pops up in the air. Nash looking to get hold of that one early enough. Maybe a bit sleeping there at extra cover. Just not thinking about what's going to happen and just getting off the mark a bit slow. Ball hanging in the air for quite a while. Keith not reading that extra bounce. And as I said, it's exactly what happened yesterday. One side of the pitch, just a little bit of extra bounce can cause a problem or two. We saw the young Javier Juniors yesterday going for a sweep shot and getting extra pop there from the ball, bowled by Aubrey Oberholz and getting caught out. Exactly something similar. Just getting some extra bounce. And I hope Ned to take a notice of that and use it to full effect. Obviously, line and length playing a big role as well, especially when a bowl shorter. So yes, maybe captain. I see Aubrey Wilbur also already walking over there to Ned. Maybe just saying 1 or 2 words. Tactics there by Aubrey. Carved off the blade there. Maybe just looking to go a bit squarer is Keith Kwandu, but getting a bit of an edge on that and just flying to, it does look like Christoph. Getting a hand to that, shying it in. No run. Ned coming back after that first delivery. Very strong offside field set here by Aubrey and Weiss. And Keith again full. Ned just over pitching that again. Keith goes over the top, one bounce over the rope and then runs over the second rope. Another 8 for Gubaba's Bulls. This is brilliant for them, putting that hammer down immediately. Pitch does look like it's playing a bit better yesterday, maybe. A bit of dew and dampness playing a role in the early morning yesterday. This game scheduled 2 o'clock. A lot of sun bathed down during the day already on the pitch and could be the reason for why these even bounce. Oh, brilliant covering there by Ivan Lombard. Getting back onto that. Just a single for Gubaba's Bulls, but really good over for them thus far. 17 runs off it. Ned Webster, final ball to come into his first over. Current run rate 15.57. This is great. Oh, and it just not dealt with by the keeper. They run through for a single. Wide and a second run taken. Hello, hello.
Paying school fees? Easy.
Quick transfers, easy.
Split the lunch bill, easy.
Gubaba's Bulls 29 for a loss of 0. Current run rate 14.5 after 2 overs. Gubaba's Bulls putting their foot down. If this is going to continue, that 300 score that we talked about earlier can definitely be a reachable and in target. Henry going down the ground, punching that one over covers, rolls over the second rope. Another 8, first ball of the over. Nash bowling a bit too short and Henry up to the task. Flat batting that one over covers. Gubaba's living dangerously but trying to make most of that power play, I would say. I think already 37 in the first 2.1 overs, showing the intention. Oh, brilliant ball there by Nash, flying through, hitting the gloves of the keeper. Dot ball. Henry a bit slow on that one, maybe thinking that Nash is going to pull a short ball after that smack that he got. Brilliant conditions here. There's a shy at the stumps. Missed. If it was a direct hit, Keith was going back to the pavilion. One at the quick single. Henry Opperman sending him back almost immediately after he hit the ball. But Keith coming down the pitch so far, had to turn around, slipped a bit and couldn't make his ground. Luckily for Keith Kondo, not hitting the stumps directly. Dealt with again by Henry Opperman. Another dot ball for National Chaya. This is good from him coming back after that 8. Similar to what we saw from Ned Webster from the other side. Getting smacked for 8. Then coming back for dots. 3 dots is already good in this over. 2 balls left. Oh, Henry Opperman going for the big drive, not getting hold of that one. Nash with another dot. Henry will probably feel that he's missing out on that full delivery. And Nash does seem like he's got a bit of an extra whip in him today. Pace looks really good. Balls flying through to the keeper, who's standing almost like 20 meters behind the stumps. Driven straight. They're going for a single. Picked up shy. Oh, could that be a chance? Brilliant fielding by Wessel Myburg there at cover. Getting a hand to that, shying in. This is brilliant from the Run Whisperers. Looking strong. No ball called by the umpire, so that's actually 2 runs of that ball. Nash just overstepping. As I mentioned yesterday, not a lot of umpires checking that last foot of Nash. And we have seen in the past, because it's just putting in that bit of extra effort, stretches that last stride to keep that front leg nice and straight. And then cause of that, sometimes that heel just goes over the line. No ball called. Brilliant stuff, but unfortunately, wide again. Just Nash sliding way outside off. Keeper doing well to get in line with that. Nash pulling it back so beautiful in the middle part of his over, and then last 2 balls just maybe not wanting to give Henry too much room or anything to drive at. Oh, and a beautiful ball there by Nash to finish off his over. Fuller delivery, flies through to the keeper. Again, Keith Condon not getting any bat on that. So yes, Nash showing his flamboyant bowling style. 40 for the loss of none is Gubaba's Bulls after 3 overs. Current run rate 13.33. This is massive. No wicket down yet. So with those 10 wickets still in hand, Gubaba's will probably try and up that ante already from over, I would say, 10, 11. Great power play for Gubaba's nonetheless. 3 overs still left in it. Another 40 or 50 runs from the last 3 overs in the power play. Shot them up to 90, 80 runs. That is brilliant in the power play. Oh, and Ned gets one just to swing in a bit to Henry Opperman. Confuses him a bit, and Ned takes his middle stump out of the ground. Bales go flying. Commentators' curse then falling on Gubaba's Bulls as they were starting off so well. Henry Opperman looking in fantastic form there, hitting two boundaries, eight run boundaries actually, and maybe just this wind that we have here today playing a bit of a role. In what is happening out there. Just looking, new batsman already at the crease. We have maybe got the replay coming up. This is brilliant from Run Whisperers. They needed a wicket dearly after the start. And Keith and Henry Opperman working together so good. Hitting boundaries from both sides. Keith driving them to the boundary. Henry Opperman going over the top of covers the whole time. Run Whisperers must have got worried that they will be chasing a big score. Wicket time for Ned Webster, similar to what happened yesterday. Took the first wicket. And Captain Aubrey Wilberholzer, Vice Nash, putting their belief in Ned Webster after yesterday's brilliant performance. And paying off today. As I say that, we can see there's a bit of a breeze here. Outfield, all the teardrop banners blowing around. Playing a role probably a lot in what's happening out there. Ball flies through to the keeper. This is brilliant stuff from Ned Webster. Creating now a bit of pressure onto Gubaba's Bulls. Shot straight to covers. Picks up. No run. Another shot driven down the ground, straight to Aubrey, coming around quick. Ned coming up with the goods in this over. Wicket ... And it's looking really good for Run Whisperers from here. Antwoord. Another brilliant shot, no runs from it, and Ned Webster finishing off his over brilliantly. Wicket ... 1 run ... This is beautiful. 19 for 1 after 2 overs, economic wise for Ned Webster, doing really brilliant. Gubaba's Bulls 41 for the loss of 1. Keith Kwanda on a healthy 20 of 9. Joshua 1 of 4, still finding his feet. New bowler in. Lucas Creer. Going for a dot in his first ball. Brilliant stuff from him. Lucas Creer driving there is the Gubaba's Bulls. Shying. Oh, brilliant single there from Gubaba's. Oh, unfortunately, Keith gets hit on the arm. Grasping on his front arm. Grabbing it immediately. Ball hitting him there. All the field is coming together. I hope the medics have seen what has happened. Maybe coming onto the field quickly just to give a hand. Getting hit hard there on the front. Lucas already on his 4th delivery. Doing really well with two dots first in the over. A single and then another single. This is brilliant from Lucas Creer. Erik Lindveld picking it up there in the deep cow corner region. Flying over the stumps to the keeper. Wind out here today. Quite bad. Teams will definitely take note, and this is only going to get a bit worse in the afternoon. Well worked around the corner there by Joshua Salia. Will they turn for two? No, it's a call. Keith Van Jaws opting to say no on that one. Don't want to lose a second wicket yet. Run Whisperers giving a few away, and Keith goes down the ground, high up in the air. Will that fly all the way? Bounces between the two ropes and loops and just gets a divot there, sits down. It's just a 6. Brilliant shot nonetheless by Keith, flying over the ropes. 6 runs on the board. Big shot there for a single. Gubaba's Bulls scatter for a single there on the first ball from Ned Webster. Ned 20 for 1 wicket after 2.1 overs in this format with that new boundary is quite well. Gubaba's Bulls 51 for the loss of 1. Outfield has gone a bit quiet after the first wicket. Not a lot of shouting and enthusiasm shown in the outfield by the Run Whisperers. Probably still a lot of nerves going through. And there you see it. Keith driving on the up, going over the top of covers. 2-3 bounces over the first rope and then covers the second one as well. Another 8 runs, and that's already the third 8, or fourth 8 maybe for the Gubaba's Bulls, and they're making full awareness of this new rule and using it to full effect, making sure if they hit a long boundary, it covers that second rope. As Keith said, they haven't had an opportunity to look at it yesterday or play with this new bylaw in place, so they were still wary of what's going to happen and what would be a pass score. Pre-toss discussions with the two, quite an interesting one, and both teams coming up to the same conclusion more or less. Batting first would probably be the best. Put up that score, make the other team try and chase things down, make them worry a bit on what's going to happen. And if you chase, you've always got that scoreboard pressure on you if the first team could put on quite a big score. Just past halfway through the over, Ned Webster doing well. 2 singles and an 8, followed by a dot ball, 2 left. Another dot, brilliant stuff here by Ned. Joshua Salia having no option just to guide that back to the bowler. Line and length, brilliant here. Looking between the two teams, I must say, Run Whisperers were a really strong seam attack team. And then also leading wicket taker Asad Abbas in their team. Oh, a bit of a misfield there by Nash. It runs through. Will they go for the second? No, is a call from Keith Gonder, sending Joshua back. Run Whisperers just need to have a look at those quick singles as well. 1 or 2 chances already going begging. One directed missing just by a few centimeters. Keith would have been out by a mile. And Barber's Bulls good between the wickets. We have seen it in all their past games. They like running, taking those quick singles, taking those quick twos, and trying to put that pressure the whole time onto the fielding team by keeping that scoreboard ticking. And as I say that, just some feedback. 61 for the loss of 1 is Barber's Bulls after 6 overs. Current run rate just above 10.1. Very similar to what we saw yesterday. And I must honestly say, I would rather think that you need 150 almost at that halfway stage, 10 overs. As this new boundary, Run Whisperers now knowing what it can do and how it can harm any bowling lineup. They will definitely pounce a lot more in that first power play. Get it over the top, make the ball reach that first rope, and hope and attack that second rope so they can get the maximum out of it. Lucas Creer coming into the attack again. First ball already on. Keith trying to drive that straight. Is that Ned coming around? Brilliant fielding there. Making a lot of ground. Stopping that for a single. Oh, and something happened to the ball. Lucas just asking the umpire, are we still in same page with the ball? Could have gone open. We have seen the balls getting a bit of a hammering in previous games. Oh, big pull shot. Will that go all the way? Oh, half a chance. Erik Lindveld just getting to that. Pushing a hand out. That could have been vital for the Run Whisperers. Had that stuck to hand. Made 1,000,000 meters to his left to get to that. Sliding almost because the ball was dipping. And at the end, just getting his hands underneath it. Unfortunately, popping out. Brilliant nonetheless. Great fielding by the young man. On the up, keep trying. Shy at the stumps. Nira fielding that. Joshua Silhier back in the crease. Easily making that single. Early call between him and Keith. Just looking on the edge of the field. Erik just stretching that leg. Maybe with that slide just hurt his knee a bit. The outfield really hard. And as I say that, I see Erik running in again. Picking up, fielding, a bit of a Hayward throw, but does look like it just needs to walk that knee off. Probably the outfield so hard. Had a bit of a bump on that knee. 5 singles in the over for Gubabas. Keep looking to go over the boundary and almost finding the hands of Erik Lindveld. Going for the... Oh, and it's out. Umpire raising his finger. Keith has to go back to the dugout, trying to play a paddle shot over the top. Unfortunately, hitting the pad extremely loud. Could almost hear it on the edge of the field. And looking back at the umpire, not pleased. But the finger goes up and Keith has to go back. Second wicket goes down for Gubabas Bulls. Brilliant stuff. Just looking at the replay, hitting off stump and middle. Umpire making a brilliant decision and call there. As we look at that,
Paying school fees? Easy.
Quick transfers, easy.
Split the lunch bill. Easy.
but interrupted there. But just coming back to that wicket, Keith asking the call from the umpire, but I'm sure if he looks at the replay, he's going to be in same decision as what the umpire gave. Hitting off in middle, going on probably to hit middle cleanly. And new batsman already on the field. Does look like one of the Sitole brothers, maybe Tawanda. Bit of a discussion there. Umpire, scorer just chatting to each other. What exactly happened? And oh, they're asking for a new ball. As I said and mentioned, with all the big hits and super strong shots going on, the balls do not last. And we already see the second ball or the optional ball being introduced. Baba's Bulls, 66 for the loss of 2 after 7 overs. Ned Webster bowling now his third over, gets driven down the ground straight to Aubrey Wilbur rolls in the deep, picking up another single for Gebaba's Bulls. Looking at that previous over, Lucas Creer taking a brilliant wicket, 5 singles, and then and the last delivery, getting that LBW decision. Joshua Salier still in at the wicket, still finding it a bit difficult. Only 8 of 15. Keith was on a streamer. 38 of 16 was going on to reach that 50, probably looking in brilliant form. Then going for a difficult shot, trying to loop that over the top. Paddle shot, and it hit actually off stump and middle. But Keith nonetheless doing really well. Tawanda Sitole, as I said, new batsman to the crease. Now receiving his first delivery from Ned Webster. Ned probably on a high after that last wicket. And I must say, it does look like the Run Whisperers have their tails in the up at the moment. That second wicket, very, very vital for them. Brilliantly guided there by Tawanda. Fielder Vessi Maiber coming around the corner, picking up, and they rather opt not to go for the single. Tawanda probably just needs to steady the ship here. They've lost 2 wickets, no problems yet. They close to that halfway mark. 7.2 overs, 2.4 left till the halfway mark. 67 on the board, not too shabby. Oh, Tawanda going for a big swing, thick outside edge. Will it go over the second boundary? Yes. Fielder couldn't cut that down. Nirav doing all his best out at third man, deep third man, coming around, but couldn't get to it in time. Goes all the way for 8 runs. Oh, half a chance there. Tawanda living a bit dangerously. Throwing the whole bat at that one. Big appeal there, jeepers. That was a half a call. Scary moment there for Gubaba's Bulls. Wanda just getting one there on the pad. And as we look at the replay, just sliding down leg is the call there from the umpire. Great decision. Pitching in line, but hitting almost in line with leg stump. Probably going down. Another good call. What is the umpire's decision? No, they go through. They scamper through for a single. Maybe just another replay on that one can tell us the story. But yes, brilliant stuff here all round. Pressure in the middle. Gubaba's Bulls feeling the heat at the moment. Replay coming up. Great call there by the umpire. Ball bowled at a very much angle. Probably hitting in line with middle stump and leg. Could have gone on. Catch in the deep. Is it taken? No. Drop chance there. Lucas getting a hand to it. Unfortunately not sticking. Another chance goes begging for the Run Whisperers. Great over here by them. 2 wickets almost taken in the same over. Joshua Solier, Tawanda Sitole living dangerously. 80 for the loss of 2 is Gubaba's Bulls after 8. Current run rate 10 exactly. And as I say that, 2 overs to go to the halfway mark. Looking at the last over, so much happening. Two LBW calls that were brilliant. Umpire's decision was going down leg, and one LBW call going in the favor of the Run Whisperers. Keith Kwando had to leave the field the previous over. And also a drop catch. Joshua Solier living really dangerously in the previous over, going for a big hook shot. Getting it high off the bat, flying to Lucas, but was curving in the air. Lucas tried to get around, getting a hand to it, just popped out. 2 chances going begging for the Run Whisperers, especially with that catch from Erik, covering on a lot of ground, just not getting to hand. And then now the second catch from Lucas, just also going away from him and not getting anything on it. Brilliant stuff here by Lucas, now bowling. His third over. 8 runs of the first one, and then dot. This is good stuff from Lucas Creer, coming back after that 8. 22 and 1 wicket in his pocket after 2.3 is still brilliant, considering this extra boundary. Great pickup here, shied by Erik Lindveld, a bit of Hayward. Just putting his hand up there, asking or saying apology to the keeper. Just wanted to get that ball in as quick as possible. Gubaba's Bulls doing still well, but I think they're feeling the pressure a bit with Keith Kwando back, and they're not at that 100 mark yet. Like I said in my interview with Keith, I said I think even a 250, 280 score on this pitch with the new bylaw can be chased easily. Brilliant shot down the ground through the hands of the fielder in the deep. Going over both boundaries. This isn't good for the stats from Lucas Creer. Probably going to ask the question there to the fielder. I think it's Ian Lombard in the deep. Not getting down in time. Oh, the ball just hopping dismally, I think, and eluding the fielder there. Gubaba's Bulls will be happy about that. Second 8 in the over. That means they've got 17 in this over. We haven't seen one of those 20 overs as the Run Whisperers did yesterday. Coming up with, I think it was 3 or 4 overs going over 20 runs from each. And directly the influence that we saw with them winning by almost 40 runs in the end and walking away victorious from yesterday's game, cementing their place in the final today. And as I say that, I mean they've already shown why they're here, taking 2 wickets, big wickets. Ball flies through to the keeper. Lucas Creer looking a bit frustrated, probably still thinking about that last boundary that shouldn't have been a boundary. 8 runs short on that. If you calculate and add those up, can always play a big role.
Paying school fees? Easy.
Quick transfers, easy.
Split the lunch bill. Easy.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Finally, we see some spin being introduced. Erik Lindveld now brought into the attack for the Run Whisperers. Tawanda playing that one, going onto the back foot. Great first ball by Erik. Yesterday also had a brilliant game. Bit expensive in the economy, but taking a vital wicket and caused a lot of problems with his bowling, putting on pressure. And as I say that, Sitole goes over the top. 1 bounce, 8. Did that reach both toe ropes or did it go past the first one? Nonetheless, higher stroke will come into effect. Will be 8 runs. Again, going onto the back foot, rocking better back. Trying probably to get that bit squarer, maybe in the deep extra cover region, if you can call it. Playing it straight is Sitole over the top. Getting a single for it. 9 runs off the first 3 balls. We saw a bit of turn in the pitch yesterday. Aubrey Wilbur also off-spin bowler. Got some great turn yesterday, taking the wicket of Janneman Deisel with some brilliant turn. Janneman a bit confused about how much that ball turned. And as I say that, they turned for 2. Easy second run going through there for Gubaba's Bulls. This is brilliant running between the wickets from Sitole and Josh Russell here. 108. For 2, Gubaba's clearing that 100 now by 8 runs before the halfway mark. This is exactly what we thought was going to happen. Similar to yesterday, driven back straight. Oh, great second last ball there from Erik Lindveld. Oh, brilliant. Finishing up with a dot. 11 runs from the over. 108 for the loss of 2 after 10 is Gubaba's Bulls with a healthy 10.8 run rate. Gubaba's Bulls, Run Whisperers. Watch all the action.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Welcome everyone tuned in on our live YouTube link, NTV 1up2 channel. This is the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League, where you can watch all our games live on YouTube, and as I said, the NTV 1up2 channel. We see Lucas Krier coming in to bowl his last over, driven down the ground, and it's a catch in the deep by Vesey. Brilliantly taken, and unfortunately, Tawanda Sitola has to make the long walk back to the dugout. Try to get that over the top. Probably not to play that one as straight and long. Last wicket, catch taken in a deep. Looked like Wessel Myburg had to make a lot of ground, put in a dive at the end, probably just to steady himself, taking a catch. Brilliant in the end. 3 wickets down for Gubaba's Bulls. Driven, missed. Adrian could see out the wicket facing his first ball. And Lucas coming out with the goods, taking his second wicket, 31 for 2 wickets. And in his last over, so 31 from 3.2 overs is brilliant. Driven straight. Vesey coming in again at the end. Throwing a long ball to the keeper. Run Whisperers doing really well yesterday. Starting off the batting with the new bylaws, not really knowing what was the past score, just reaching 206 and nearly got a fright from Mambas when they were chasing down. Big hook shot. Will the fielder come around? Yes, Erik Lindveld picks it up on the second bounce. Shies in just a single for Gubaba's Bulls. Gubaba's finding it now tough to reach the boundary. Probably thinking about their wickets in hand. Gubaba's Bulls also with a very deep batting lineup. Kobus, Brandt, one of the big hitters, still also to come in. So I don't think they should worry too much. Still a lot of guys in there that can come and bat for the Gubaba's Bulls. And Gubaba's Bulls just need to make sure that they cross that 200 mark. Maybe even push on to maybe reach 250, which, like I mentioned yesterday, is probably your defendable or benchmark score that you want to have is 240, 250. And that would create a lot of pressure on the second team coming into bat and having to start up with a 12, 13 run rate to chase. And over up. Khubaba's Bulls, 110 for the loss of 3 after 11. Still going along quite well. Current run rate exactly on 10. Joshua Sillier, 24, 23. Adrian could see 1 of 4. Also new to the wicket, so probably just finding his feet. And looking at what is going on there in the middle. We see a lot of breeze out there, and that could be causing some extra swing, some extra movement in the middle of the pitch. Batsmen do look like they're playing a lot more straighter than normal. A lot going to long on, long off positions. Joshua Sillier going across the line. Not making full connection, but getting a single for it. Erik Lindveld asked to bowl his second over. Adrian coming down the wicket, driving. Are they going for the second run? Can this be a run out? Half a chance, but well in. Maybe shying to the wrong side as Ned Webster had to go to the keeper, I thought. Batsman was basically turning blindly on that one and had to come back to the keeper side. Probably opting for the wrong side. May have got a call from that side. Just looking at the replay, yes, well in. And as I say that, bit of instruction from the umpire. Batsman running in the middle of the pitch, getting their warning. Big shot going to square leg. Will that fly to the man in the deep? Yes, and the catch is taken. Beautifully moving to his right there is Lucas Creer, making maybe a bit of a mess from the first catch, but coming up with the goods in the second one, taking a beautiful catch. And the dangerous Adrian Kutsia has to go back. Just looking at that replay from the run out. Well made his ground. Erik Lindveld getting his first wicket. 14 runs, 1 wicket after 1.2 overs. Still brilliant figures there from Erik Lindveld. Khubaba's Bulls losing their 4th wicket, and as I say that, it does look like the big hitter, Kobus Brandt, is walking to the middle of the pitch with Joshua Sillier. Replay coming up from that catch. Oh, shot was on. Brilliant catch taken there by Lucas. Had to make a lot of ground to his one side. Ball also deviating to that to his right hand. Nicely steadying himself and taking a brilliant catch. Run Whisperers doing brilliantly. Probably now feeling, guys, we're in it. We can make Khubaba's maybe just cut short of that 200, which will most likely be a very easily chaseable score for Run Whisperers. But like I said, anything can happen. Cricket is a funny game. You could be running at 100 from the first 5 overs and then lose 5 wickets in the next 5. So yes, Kobus receiving his first delivery there, punching it back to Erik Lindveld. Big shot from Kobus. Will that go all the way? One bounce over everything, I think. As I have it indicated as a 4-4. That is 8 runs to Khubaba's Bulls. Brilliant shot from the tall Kobus Brandt. Bit of a field change set up here for the Run Whisperers. Seeing that Kobus is in, he likes targeting that cow corner, square leg cow corner region, even sometimes a bit more straighter. He's got a long levers and can really hit the ball super hard. We saw him hit some gigantic sixes on Wanderers in the last leg of the Nedbank Desert Ice T20. Nonetheless, end of the over, Erik Lindveld coming up with the goods and a wicket in that over. Gubaba's Bulls probably in the region of 120 for the loss of 4.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Christoph van der Merwe put into ball. Going for a single of the first. Kobus swinging at that hard, and you can immediately see the effect that Kobus has brought 10 of 4 with a staggering 210 strike rate. Joshua Sillier still cruising 25 of 24, going along quite well. Gubaba's 124 for the loss of 4 after 12.1. Big swing there. There's an appeal, and yes, there was an edge called. Joshua maybe not happy looking at the umpire, but a big appeal and the keeper running immediately. Normally a big show of what happened and a good indication of that there was an edge. Keeper running immediately after catching that one, and the bowler going up and shouting for that one. Umpire showing the finger, and Gubaba's Bulls losing their 5th wicket. Just looking at the replay there, does look like there was a big deviation on the ball going through to the keeper. Umpire making a very calm and collected decision there. And unfortunately, Joshua Sillier will have to take that walk back. New batsman in already. Gubaba's Bulls now under a lot of pressure after losing that 5th wicket. Armand Scholes, I think, in for Gubaba's. Armand, yes, it is Armand in for Gubaba's. Now joining Kobus Brandt. Just no meaningful partnership yet for Gubaba's. After Keith and Henry Opperman scoring quite a couple, I think it was 60 odd runs. And then after Henry taking that bolt, and yes, driven on the up, taken catch by Wessel Myburg, doing all the great fielding out there today from him and Lucas. A second catch for Wessel Myburg. Armand trying to drive that through the covers, just maybe hitting it a bit too high on the bat, flying to Wessel, and the catch is taken. Replay showing us exactly, yes, hitting a bit high on the bat. Brilliant stuff from the Run Whisperers, taking their 6th wicket now. Gubaba's Bulls in a lot of trouble at the moment, losing their 6th wicket, 124 for the loss of 6 after 12.2. Still 7.3 overs there left. They just need to steady, build a partnership, and make sure that they can get through the 20 overs. Wicket. This is probably one of the biggest decisions for Gubabas, steady that. Run Whisperers making a great decision to keep Christoph in the team. Didn't have quite as good a figures yesterday, but now 2 wickets to his name, 2 of 2. In his first over, brilliant stuff from Christoph van der Merwe. Christoph coming in for his last delivery and almost again ball played on the up. Nash diving through the air to his left. Half a chance getting a hand to it. Brilliant stuff by the Run Whisperers and brilliant over as well from Christoph van der Merwe. Just looking at the replay. Shot on the up. Nash diving to his left. Oh, beautiful dive from Nash. Getting a hand to it. Almost holding his head immediately afterwards. And as I say that, just a quick single by Gubabas Bulls. Christoph ending his over brilliantly with a single. Just 5 runs off it. And 2 wickets. 5 for 2. After 1 is Christoph. Brilliant bowling. Gubabas Bulls 127 for the loss of 6. The Wonder 2 of 2. Kobus Brandt 11 of 5. Kobus, the big hitter, still there. Gubabas Bulls will probably ask him to stay there for quite a while. See that he goes into those last 5 overs. Just keep that scoreboard ticking. Current run rate still 9.77. Gubabas Bulls still doing well to keep that as close as possible to 10. Just giving the outside chance still to reach that 200 score. Wessel Myburg, this is some tactics now by the Run Whisperers. Wessel not getting a ball yesterday, playing wicketkeeper. So opting from the captain to put in a change of keeper and asking Vesey to come through and maybe bowl a bit. And first ball coming up from Wessel Myburg. Brilliant ball, driven straight. Will they turn for 2? No is the call. Just a single. Think tactic here from Run Whisperers. They're chasing hard after the ball, but they're actually asking Gubabas to go for that second one. And just maybe get another run out. Full delivery there by Wessel. Again, brilliant stuff. Just a single. Tatenda Sitole now facing his second ball. Oh, brilliantly cut drive. Cut drive, you can call it that. Straight to Ned Webster. Just another single. Great thing here, Gubabas Bulls is trying to keep that scoreboard ticking. If they're not hitting the boundaries, they're going to take that singles up to that first over. I'm sure they're going to open by then. Big swing from Kobus Brandt, completely missing it. Ball misses the wicket and they still scamper through for a single. A lot happening in the last 5 overs out there. Gubabas losing 2-3 wickets. And bowling change from the Run Whisperers doing all the effect, bringing in Christoph. Beautiful bowling from him, taking 2 wickets, and now introducing another bowler that hasn't bowled yesterday, Wessel Myburg. Worked around the corner Another single for Gubaba's Bulls. Wind playing a bigger role today. We see some of the stands and advertisement boards blowing over. So yes. Oh, Bessie trying to get a hand to that one. Gubaba scamper through for another single.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Back with play. Gubaba's Bulls 133 for the loss of 6 after the 14th over. Current run rate still hovering there between 9 and 10. Christoph brought into Boli's second over after openings over that shook Gubaba's Bulls batting lineup. Taking 2 wickets is Christoph. Big shot there by Kobus. Is that going to cover all boundaries? And do we see the first 12? Yes, 12 runs on the board. Big swing. And as I said, Kobus Brandt hitting a few in that direction already in the past. Using those long levers of his to go high, hitting with the wind. So game and tactic. Kobus Brandt taking on the bowler with the wind. Clever play by Gubabas. Again going high. Is that going to clear all the boundaries? Yes. Another one clearing both boundaries. Second 12 of the over. 24 of the first 2 balls. Gubaba's Bulls. After that first over from Christoph, now just trying to attack his bowling. 157 damage being done by those 2 deliveries. And Kobus going big. Another big heave. Will that clear the boundaries again? Yes. And it does seem like it cleared both boundaries again. Was it just hopping short of the second boundary? Umpire trying to get a referral there from the fielder. Still to signal to the scorer. Scorer putting down a 12. Yes, 169. 3 12s. And this is one of the biggest overs we've seen in the Desert Ice T20 League up to now. 36 off it from the first 3 balls. Can we, for the first time, just maybe see another 6 or 2? As I said, with this new format coming into play, a 72 run over can be on the books. Are we heading in that direction? We see a bit of a ball change coming up. Fielder running in with the box to the umpires. Umpire just looking through them as we look at the side on view.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Christoph now under a lot of pressure, going for 36 runs from the first 3 balls. Running in, what is it going to be? Kobus goes big, misses that one. Almost clean bowled. Would be interesting to see the replay of that one. Probably just shaving the off stump, or missing the off stump, I would rather say, by a few millimeters. Christoph running in for his second last delivery. Gubaba's Bull scampering through for a single. Quibus taking his 50 runs. We hear some hands out there. And in that last delivery, Ned coming around, just bouncing short of him. Gubaba's goes through for a single. Just looking at that last over, 3 12s in it. Then Christoph coming back strong with a dot and 2 singles afterwards. This is a great comeback from Christoph after that very, very expensive first 3 balls. Figure still 43 for 2 after his 2 overs that he's been bowling. Quibus Brandt going after him and reaching his 50 after a quick single. 50 of 13 balls. Brilliant 50 run there from Quibus. Tatenda 6 of 6, just cruising along, trying to help out Quibus there, backing him, probably playing the pillar position, trying to rotate strike. 171 for the loss of 6 is Gubaba's Bulls. And going through the shot, Erik Linsveld get his wicket. Clean bowled is Tatenda Sitole, as I say, playing the pillar position. Umpire's curse falling onto him and loses his wicket. Gubaba's Bulls losing their 7th wicket. 171 for the loss of 7. Looking at the replay here from the bowler's view, just getting a bit of turn on that, I think. Slower ball maybe. Yes, flighting it, getting a bit of turn. Tatenda going for the big heave over the top. Maybe just a bit fooled by the pace from the bowler. Taking off a lot of pace there is Erik Lindveld and giving it a bit more flight and getting just a half a ball's turn on it, I think. Half a ball's turn on it. And Sitole completely missing that one. Fungai, new batsman in for Gubabas. Fungai actually known as a good batter as well, so Gubaba's Bulls batting lineup going quite deep. Fungai will probably now be supporting Quibus, who's going to go for it. 4.5 overs left, apologies. For wicket in the first ball of the over. Erik now joining the party for Christoph, taking another wicket. Straight down the ground. Fielded by Erik. Brilliant stuff by the bowler. Big shot by Fungai. To cow corner. No, apologies. That's straight down the ground. Fetched by, is it Wessel Myberg, I think, or Evan Lombard in the deep. Shied back, only a single. Wicket dot single. This is brilliant stuff from Erik Lindveld. 24 for 2 wickets after 2.3. Big heave by Quibus Brandt straight down the ground. Again, yes, it's Evan Lombard coming into play. But they steal a single, even not attacking that ball. And they steal another single. Fungai really, really quick between the wickets. Turning quick, looking back at Quibus and calling it immediately. Brilliant, brilliant running there from Gubabas. Oh, Erik Lindveld almost fooling the tall Kobus Brandt there. Getting a thick inside edge. Fielder Nirav not getting it clean. And Gubabas run through for a single. 175 for a loss of 7. Last ball of the over coming up. Great delivery there by Erik Lindveld, getting a bit of turn on it. Just missing the stumps as well. Fungai not looking like he's comfortable yet. Missing out on that one. Looking at Gubabas, 176 for a loss of 7 after 16. Erik Lindveld with a beautiful over there. 1 wicket and just 6 runs off it. 5 runs off it. Apologies. Erik, 27 for 2 wickets after 3 overs. Just looking at the replay that I asked for. Sliding that one down. Yes. Fungai making a lot of extra space for himself. Ball goes through everyone. Keeper couldn't collect, as I mentioned. But nonetheless, Erik doing really well in his last over. And as I say that, Nash introduces himself, or would I say Aubrey asking on Nash to come back into the attack. With still 2 overs left. Beautifully guided down. Asad Abbas making a lot of cover to his left. Gubabas Bulls, the quick Fungai running through for 2. Fungai also a brilliant fielder. Probably why Captain Sitole and Keith Kwandu opted on having Keith in the team, Keith Kwandu, and having Fungai in the team, as he is a brilliant fielder and an optional batsman as well. Going down the ground, driving, not getting a lot on it. And a misfield gives the opportunity for a second run. Keith sees, Fungai sees it immediately, turns for the second one. Great calling between the two. Run Whisperers just slacking a bit there in the fielding. Not on their usual brilliant 2 or 3 drop catches. And I must say, not attacking the ball enough. 1 or 2 fielding options in the deep. Not looking to go their way. Driven straight. Another single. Ball goes through, backing up there at the end. Just feels like Run Whisperers took their foot a bit off that kind of enthusiastic approach to the game after that last 2-3 wickets. Erik coming up with the last one as we have it, and just maybe too comfortable in the outfield. Shouldn't be coming too relaxed, I would say. With Kobus out there and Fungai, Kobus can easily make another 36 run or even more. And that can take that score well past 200. Kobus going for the big hit. Thick inside edge, playing it onto the pad. Half a appeal from the Run Whisperers. Kobus looking like he hurt himself with that one. Just maybe taking a shot on the inside of the leg. Trying to target Nash. But with the angle Nash is bowling, and just it does seem like it seemed a bit of the deck. Came in a bit more to Kobus. What can happen next? Oh, and a brilliant ball there by Nashaya. Not giving any options to Kobus to go big. Just getting a single off it. Great over from Nash. Just 6 runs off it. Bit of an eyebrow raiser. If you look at the last 4 overs, normally going for a couple. And if that is only 6, Run Whisperers will again just feel that they're a bit in a commanding position when it comes to that last 3-4 overs not going the way of Gubabas Bulls. Fungai, 6 of 6. Kobus still going along quite well, 54 of 18. 182 for a loss of 7 after 17 overs. Current run rate just above 10.5, 10.71. And with that last single, Kobus stealing strike again. Probably a tactic from Gebabe's Bulls. Kobus doing really well against Christoph and also against spin. Now with that pace coming off from Vesey. Vesey, a bit of a slow seam bowler. Slow-ish seam bowler. Kobus will probably be asked to say, go big. And as I say, that thick inside edge, Nirav chases the ball down to the boundary, will reach the first boundary, collects it, chies in. They'll get a 4 of it. Better stuff from Gebabe's Bulls, showing some intent. They're going to go for it now. Vesey, first delivery, going for a 4. 85 of 19 is Kobus now. Can he maybe just push to get closer to that 100? Goes big. Will that carry all the way? Yes, flies the second boundary. It is 12 runs as I have it. Umpire signals. Brilliant shot from Kobus, and exactly what I was talking about. He will take on the slower seam and spin bowlers. Not that comfortable against the very quick bowlers. 12 runs on the board. That's 16 of the first 2 deliveries. Kobus opening those blade shoulders again. Will it go for 4? No. Brilliant fielding there by Lucas Creer coming through in the deep. Kobus had to make great cover and run through there at the end. Coming through for 2. 18 runs of the first 3 deliveries. This is good for Gebabe's Bulls, and they hit that 200 mark. 200 for the loss of 7. Full toss, almost taking off the stumps. Vesey just taking off all the pace in that one. Fuller delivery, almost deceiving the batsman. Well, did deceive the batsman, but almost taking away the stumps. We have seen that happen in the past. Batsman eyes lights up. He wants to hit it out of the park and completely misses it. Again, Kobus trying to put the whole bat behind that. But with the fielders now almost all 5 out on the boundary, just not getting a lot of bat on it and flying through to Ned Webster in the deep, covering that, and Gebabe's only get a single. In consideration, Vesey 24 runs thus far of his 2 overs, doing really, really well. Anything below 15 in this format is still good with that extra boundary out there. Kobus now on 73 of only 23 deliveries. My gosh, probably in the region of 260, 270 strike rate. I will confirm that now. Apologies to everyone out there. 317 strike rate from Kobus Brandt. With a lot of 12s in there, a lot of 4s, probably a lot of 8s, I think, and only 1 normal 4. Oh, Fungai going around the leg, sweeping it, bounces just short of the first rope. It's going to run over the second one. Another 8 runs in the over from Vesey. Bit of an expensive one, and as I say, that did really well up to that last ball. 24 of 2 overs, and then just now missing it out. 32 of 2 overs. 16 runs per over. That's where I where I came in when I said anything from 15 and below is still okay. 16, just on that tad expensive. And Barber's now 209 for the loss of 7 after 18 with 2 full overs, 12 balls still remaining. Current run rate 11.61. Fungai coming to the party now, 14 of 7 with a 200 strike rate. Brilliant partnering up with Kobus Brandt. Nash already ready at the back to bowl his last over, or second last over, I think. Kobus going with a big shot straight. Bounces just after the second rope and crosses the second one. 8 runs it is. Brilliant stuff from Kobus, now attacking all the bowlers. 81 of 24. Nine runs from the first 2 deliveries from Nash. Erik Lindveld in the deep, running so hard to that ball but couldn't hit that tremendously struck from Kobus. Brilliant shot. Oh, brilliant cut shot there from Fungai. Will it cross the second boundary? No, it only crosses this first one. Picked up by Lucas, I think, in the deep. 4 runs. 13 runs from the first 3 deliveries. 222. Beautiful looking score there from Barber's Bulls. 222 for the loss of 7. With 9 deliveries left. Fungai progressing down, but Nash up to the task. Seeming coming. They will still cross for 2. Yes. Fungai turning quite well. They run through for 2. 15 runs of the over. Exciting stuff here in the penultimate over. Barbers coming up with some brilliant shots is Fungai. And again trying to scoop that one over. Gets one onto the body. Dropped by the keeper. I wonder if that came off the bat. Fungai looking like he's playing around a bit there. Sitting flat on his bum. And just thinking, oh, I really missed out on that one. Could have gone all the way to the boundary again for 8 runs. Nash smiling, the bowler walking back to his position. Probably thinking, Fungai, I got you. I beat you there with that one. And Fungai just showing his batting skill, exactly what I was saying. Driven. Can that go all the way? Beautiful stroke by Fungai. And as I said, definitely a batting option for Gebarbers. And it runs all the way for 8 runs. Quite an expensive over here from Nash Nishaya as well. 23 runs coming off it, and Gebarber's Bulls are cruising to that 240, 250 mark with 1 over left.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Erik Lindveld getting the task of bowling the last over. And the second ball there hit by Kobus, flying over the first rope. And I think just crossing the second one. Is it 8 or 12? What is the signal there from the umpire? It does look like she signaled at 12. Questions. Asking the fielder there to just give an option. And it does seem like the final call is going to be 12. 8 it is. Apologies. 2 and 8 from the first two balls. 10 runs. Another big heave there from Cobus Brandt. Will that fly all the way? Big shot and it flies over both ropes. 12 it is. And Cobus with that massive hit reaches his 100 of only 28 deliveries. 104 from 28 deliveries. Beautiful. This is what we wanted to see in the Nedbank Desert Ice. And apologies, 104 from 28 deliveries. Brilliant stuff from Cobus Brandt. Worked around the body there. Fungai just sending Cobus back. They only take a single. Cobus Brandt on a strike rate of 360. That is beautiful. Fungai going for the sweep shot. Might be a wide signaled by the umpire. We'll have to look at the second option. Dot ball called in the end. Reverse sweep there by Fungai. I would almost say reverse hook. And they scamper through for a single of the last delivery. And that calls an end to the proceeding. Gubabas 256 for the loss of 7 after 20. Brilliant batting by Cobus Brandt. Coming in and standing his job for the Gubabas Bulls. 105 in the end of 29 deliveries. You beauty. Please join us when we come back. And Run Whisperers are going to try and chase down this massive score of 256.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Welcome to Autohaus Windhoek, your Volkswagen destination in Namibia. Here, Volkswagen quality meets friendly service and expert support. Whether you're choosing your next city car, family SUV, or business vehicle, our team is here to guide your journey. Explore a modern showroom experience. With a history of recognition and a commitment to customer care, Autohaus Windhoek is proud to serve drivers across Windhoek and beyond. From vehicle selection to finance support, we're here to make every step simple. Visit Autohaus Windhoek today and experience Volkswagen with a team you can trust.
Volkswagen. Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises, from artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us. Something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination, where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
And caused a lot of problems with his bowling, putting on pressure. And as I say that, Sitole goes over the top, one bounce, 8. Did that reach both toe ropes or did it go past the first one? Nonetheless, higher stroke will come into effect, will be 8 runs. Again, going on to the back foot, rocking better back. Trying to probably to get that bit squarer, maybe in the deep extra cover region, if you can call it. Playing it straight is Sitole over the top. Getting a single for it. 9 runs off the first 3 balls. We saw a bit of turn in the pitch yesterday. Aubrey Wilbur also off spin bowler. Got some great turn yesterday, taking the wicket of Janneman Deisel with some brilliant turn. Janneman a bit confused about how much that ball turned. And as I say that, they turned for 2. Easy second run going through there for Gubaba's Bulls. This is brilliant running between the wickets from Sitole and Josh Russell here. 108 for 2. Gubaba's clearing that 100 now by 8 runs before the halfway mark. This is exactly what we thought was going to happen. Similar to yesterday, driven back straight. Oh, great second last ball there from Erik Lindveld. Oh, brilliant. Finishing up with a dot. 11 runs from the over. 108 for the loss of 2 after 10 is Gubaba's Bulls with a healthy 10.8 run rate. Gubaba's Bulls, run whisperers. Watch all the action.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.
Welcome everyone. Everyone tuned in on our live YouTube link, NTV 1UP2 channel. This is the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League, where you can watch all our games live on YouTube and, as I said, the NTV 102 channel. We see Lucas Krier coming in to bowl his last over, driven down the ground, and it's a catch in the deep by Vesey. Brilliantly taken, and unfortunately, Tawanda Sitola has to make the long walk back to the dugout. Try to get that over the top. Probably not to play that one as straight and long. Last wicket, catch taken in a deep. Looked like Wessel Myburg had to make a lot of ground, put in a dive at the end, probably just to steady himself, taking a catch. Brilliant in the end. 3 wickets down for Gobab's Bulls. Driven, missed. Adrian could see out the wicket facing his first ball. And Lucas coming out with the goods, taking his second wicket, 31 for 2 wickets. And in his last over, so 31 from 3.2 overs is brilliant. Driven straight. Vesey coming in again at the end. Throwing a long ball to the keeper. Run Whisperers doing really well yesterday. Starting off the batting with the new bylaws, not really knowing what was the pass score, just reaching 206 and nearly got a fright from Mambas when they were chasing down. Big hook shot. Will the fielder come around? Yes, Erik Lindveld picks it up on the second bounce. Chires in just a single for Gobab's Bulls. Gobab's finding it now tough to reach the boundary. Probably thinking about their wickets in hand. Gobab's Bulls also with a very deep batting lineup. Kobus, Brandt, one of the big hitters, still also to come in. So I don't think they should worry too much. Still a lot of guys in there that can come and bat for the Gobab's Bulls. Gobab's Bulls just need to make sure that they cross that 200 mark. Maybe. Welcome back, everyone. Tuned in. This is the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League, sponsored by Nedbank and Pay Today. Our other partners, Cricket Namibia, Nambat Doc, UNAM, Afrideka, and Synergy, our broadcasting partner. Thank you for joining us. You can watch all our games. Well, this is the final one you can watch, actually, on our DSTV or 1UP2 channel, NTV, and our YouTube channel, Desert Ice, where you can watch all our games live. And the first ball just been bowled. Fielder coming around, diving, almost got his hand to it. It was the quick Fungi coming through, almost getting his hand to this one. Gubabas opening the bowling with the Wanda Sitole, the spin bowler. Nirav trying to get that one to the squares. And as we see the replay, Fungi actually had it in his hand up to the last second. As he dropped down and hands hitting the deck, ball just popped out. Scary stuff for the Run Whisperers from the first delivery of the game. Tawanda, that's just sliding there onto the legs of Nirav. Apologies. And they scamper through for a single. Oh, brilliant bowling here from Tawanda. They had one outside blade, just missing the outside blade of Nirav. Some loud encouragement there from the fielder from Hubaba's Bulls for Sitole. And wide called by the umpire. That one just sliding a bit too far down the leg side. Probably targeting the legs of Nirav. They probably know where his weak spot is. And trying to get him to play over the top in that square leg region. Another brilliant delivery here from Tawanda. He's almost running through his over. Only a minute and 5 seconds passed and is almost done with his over. Again, targeting those legs. Just getting a bit of bat on this time, I think, and they scamper through for a single. Run Whisperers probably a bit jittery. They know they're chasing a very, very large score, 255. Still required from 115. 256 for 7 is the score that Gubabas put up, asking Run Whisperers to get a massive 257. Required run rate, 13.25. Just bouncing up a bit after those 1 or 2 deliveries going for dots. In the end, leg by called from the last delivery. No run to Nirav. Oh, very wide delivery. Flying almost to that side. Keeper doing really well to get pad in the way. Driven there by Nash down the ground. There is a fielder out at the back or in the deep to cover that. They get another single. And over up, Nash will be on strike for the next delivery. 5 for the loss of 0 after 1. Not much in it at the moment. Run Whisperers knowing that the task at hand is massive. And as I say that, Fungi takes off his cap. Gives it to the umpire. He's going to be the next bowler in. Quick seam bowler. We've all played against him. Comes from the northern region. Playing league cricket for Chumep Old Boys Cricket Club normally. And also a very well-known, recognized coach in the cricket fraternity around Namibia. It's not that big. First delivery from Fungai, just sliding wide. Also, just thinking about it, they saw what happened in their innings. If you get that line miss, they are going to hit you over the boundary. And if it flies far, it flies far for 12. Nash turns around for a second run. Fielder picks up easy 2 in the end. Fielder not attacking the ball. Probably had to make a lot more haste getting to that. Keith immediately showing some instructions there, putting his hand up, calling to the fielders, maybe pushing in someone, putting 1 or 2 out. Changing the field completely for Nirav almost, I would say. Oh, apologies. It's still Nash on strike. Now they've got a deep long off out. Short mid on. They've got a very, very deep, I would say, point position. Yes. Deep point. Big shot from Nash down the ground. Hits the bowler. Oh, probably got hurt there. Funga is on the ground in the middle of the pitch. Oh, this is not what we want to see. Bowler injury. And Nash hit that extremely hard. Hit him somewhere that... Fungai looking to have extremely painful. Does look okay. Just needs to keep off the pitch. Oh, tactics. No one knows about the pitch rules in this kind of game. They need to stay off the pitch. Oh my soul. Funga is still getting some treatment there. Run Whisperers 9 for the loss of 0 after 1.1. 2-2 so thus far from the first over from Fungai, getting hit extremely hard there on the ankle, I think, outside leg ankle. I'm not sure exactly where that hit him. Still waiting for kind of a replay to see where that hit him. We're seeing that now. And a powerfully struck shot back at it from Nash. Did that hit him higher? Yes. Hit him. Oh, that's on the outside of the knee. Fungai taking a really big beating there on the knee. Going down, getting some treatment. Maybe Fungai is a hard lad. We have seen him play cricket on concrete pitches where you normally get those bowling injuries. But he's back on his feet, shaking it out, just bending that knee a bit. They say nothing that ice and a bit of deep heat spray can't fix. Seems like we're on our way to get back with play. Fungai back on his feet, still not really comfortable. Shaking out that leg where he was hit. Nash powerfully driving that back straight to him on the up though. And in the air, Fungai probably thought he had a half a chance catching that. Now running back in with a bit of a limp. He's big pick up there from Sitole in the deep, shying in at the stumps. Cover comes around and just gets that shun off. No run. Full delivery from Fungai. Nash again getting really good bat on that. Fungai going for 2-2s in his first 2 balls and then coming back with 2 dots. Oh, and that's just on the outside edge. That's going to run all the way. Going over the first boundary. Will it reach the second one? Fielder running as hard as he can, but unfortunately, ball crosses the second one. Is that the first 8 for the Run Whisperers on the board? This new format is still new to all the players out there. You don't get rewarded for much. If you miss it as a keeper or straight down leg side as a bowler, you will go for 8 or 4. And if you miss your line and length, the batsman is going to kill you with another 8 or 12. Well kept out there by Nash. Full delivery again. They're going to turn for 2. Surely no is a call. Sending Nirav back to his crease. Saying, yes, we're just going for the single. 8 leg byes actually indicated on the score sheet. Came off the thigh pad, probably then of Nash. And ran all the way for 8. That's just making the over a bit expensive. 13 of it with 1 ball still to come. Looking at the field set there from Keith. It's a packed offside field. We see point for Nirav especially. Cover, point, extra cover. No one in the deep. And then a deep fine leg out. And also long off, long on out. As I say that, over closes. Fungai going for a couple in his first over. 13 if I'm calculating correct. Run Whisperers, 18 for the loss of 0 after 2. Going along quite well. They're in that region of 10, 9, 10. Current run rate now 9. So yes, they are just hanging on to that 13.28 required run rate. 239 still required of 108 balls. Does seem like a daunting task if you have to score then more than 2 runs per ball. But yes, we saw the big stature Kobus Brandt scoring more than 36 runs in an over. So yes, it can easily be done if those are the type of overs you are talking about. Quick single called. Nirav running in hard. Limping there, but did he hurt his hamstring with that quick single? Early calling there by Nash and Nirav. Batsmen still looking if they're struggling a bit. Nirav 2 of 3, Nash 4 of 10. And Nirav goes for a big swing. Will that hop once, twice? Fielder needs to dig in, come in closer. Ball bounces just short of him, I would say, and almost sits completely like it divots into the field. Field might be a bit wet out there. Does seem a bit darker. And breeze still similar to that what we have seen in the Khubaba's innings. Sun, though, becoming now a bit of a bother. There's a lot of glare around the field. And as I say that, just a bit of pause in the game, probably a field set change. Again, Tawanda almost running back to his position to get through his over, not giving the batsman any time to look at the field or set themselves properly. Running through quite well. Left arm off in, normally a left arm leg spin for righty, so Nash is reading this as a leg spin. And Tawanda up to the task, turning one quite nicely and then just putting on the slider. Oh, Tawanda closes off with a dot. Nirav trying to use that one big, flat bats it straight to the bowler, and getting no runs of it. Run Whisperers 22 for the loss of 0. That run rate is now just creeping closer and closer to 14, 13.82. 235 runs required of 102 balls. Fungai now looking a bit more relaxed with that knee, running into Bowley's second over. And Nash going with a big heave, slicing off the inside of his bat. Almost caught by Fungai. Keith, apologies. The captain picking up, shying in just over the head of the umpire. Oh, hands out there, a bit of laughs, a bit of showing. And again, I see Fungai showing there to Keith. Maybe we just need to put that fielder a bit deeper or extra fielder. And as I say, that fine leg comes in. So we see Keith moving around to a short mid-wicket, I think. Again, hitting the inside of Nash's bat. Not going anywhere, but still they run through for a single. Great calling by Nirav at the end. Fungai bowling brilliantly. 2 and a single off the first 2 balls. And for the first time, I'm not alone in the commentary box. Co-founder Asad Abbas and now co-commentator joining me here in the commentating box. One of the players playing today. And Asad, how did it go for you in your bowling session today? I saw that you guys were well on it up to those last 3 overs, and Kobus just taking it away and demolishing that a bit in the end, scoring I think 50 or 60 runs in the last 3 overs.
I think yes, Kobus was an exception today. Good afternoon, Willie. We had them under control until the 14th over. And then when Kobus started going after it, it became very difficult for the bowlers to contain him. And lucky for him, the wind also stopped from the other side. Maybe the universe is also giving him a sign, go for it.
Oh, complete confusion in the middle. Nash and Nirav just making a mess of that single. Nash sending him back. Nirav wanted the single, a bit frustrated there, making his ground. Unfortunately, I think it is Tawanda. It's Tatenda not collecting cleanly and couldn't get the ball onto the bails. Keeper not cleaning or collecting and could have been the first wicket for Gubabas. Nirav does seem like he's struggling to hit the ball. Only 3 of 7, and probably why he wants to get off strike and give it to Nash. Nash also not that hitting the ball as clean. 8 of 16. Consideration to the two in the middle. It must be difficult looking at this score that they need to chase, and probably don't want to give their wickets away easily. And as I say that, Fungai comes up with the money, bowls Nirav clean, middle stump goes flying backwards, Bale's flying as well, and first wicket down for Run Whisperers. Nirav probably coming under a lot of pressure there, asked by Nash to score a few. And yes, first wicket down, but a lot of pressure on those two batsmen. Does not seem like they're getting the ball away.
Yes, that's scoreboard pressure for you, Willie. Even though there is a double boundary, but 257 on any game, especially in the final, runs on the board 257, required run rate 14.35, definitely does play something on your mind.
Sir, I do agree. But just looking back at what the tall Kobus Brand did, any over of 36 or plus takes away that scoreboard pressure completely. So, I mean, yes, it does look daunting. 232 of 97 required. But one of those big overs and it brings the contention down again. And just, I mean, it comes up to a lot of things. And beautiful replay there that we've shown. It comes down to a lot of things. Middle stump, clean bowled. Nirav probably missing that line, and Funga just coming in at an angle, you can say there. But yes, I still think you're in it. And two big overs can change this thing completely.
Yes, definitely the case in this kind of format. You never know until the end. If one goes with a big over, walks away with 36 runs or something, the game can completely change in your favor.
Run Whisperers 25 for the loss of 1 after 4. Current run rate 6.25. Required 14.5. Still manageable if you consider that I said that 1 or 2 of those big overs are required, and can immediately be like 72 runs on the board from 2 overs. And I mean, changes the game, the whole format of the game. But yes, just looking at it, it does seem like it's very difficult. Erik Lindveld, new batsman at the crease, already faced his first ball, driving it straight back, no run off it, so still not off the mark, 0 of 1. Nash and Erik will probably feel that they need to stand there, just see that they get to somewhere close as possible to 100 from the first 10, and then give the new batsman or incoming batsman something to work with. We know the dangerous Nicky Buys is also still back there. Aubrey Ober also as well, and 1 or 2 other batsmen that can hit the ball very far, like Christoph van der Merwe, doing exceptionally well with ball in hand today. Unfortunately, just got smacked in that 1 over for 40 odd runs, I think, 38 runs. And another wide there, called by the umpire.
So I think the idea for the Run Whisperers should be to bring that required run rate down to 10. If they manage to do that, the game is on. And I think Khubabis has read the script very well. They were probably watching the semi-final keenly. They are going with all spin.
Yes, and just one thing to observe is the spin bowlers. This is Armand now bowling. Looking at the spin, they're going through the overs exceptionally quick. Tawanda was almost jogging back to his position, running at some time, just to get through his over. And I was recording and I thought he went through an over almost just above 1 minute. 1 minute, 5 seconds through an over is exceptionally quick. And that's the reason also pinning the batsman back, not giving any time to look at the field set, settling in too much before he receives the next ball. Nash lifting his hand there from the bat, from that stroke. Probably not reading it as clean as he would like. Getting a single of it, they run through for a single. Well, that's exactly what the Run Whisperers require. 4 of 1. And first delivery, if you can call it that, going for 4. Armand not being his own best help in his over, going for 3 wides from the first 3 deliveries. Captain will probably have a chat in one ear and saying, listen, Armand, that's the last wide you're going to bowl. Brilliantly driven, going to the far end. probably had to shy at the bowler's end, seeing that's a danger end for the batsman or the striker to go to. But Erik, really, really quick, making his ground easily, even if the fielder shied to his side.
Targeting the stumps.
So Nash not playing too flamboyant yet. Does seem like he's playing very, very conventional, or I would say restricted cricket at the moment. He doesn't want to give his wicket away. Straight driven. Will that go across both boundary ropes? Yes, it goes for 4 and a 8. Crosses that second boundary rope. This is exactly what the run whisperers need. 3 balls still left in this over. 2 balls, apologies, still left in the over. And they got that 8 plus that 3 extras is 11, and the 2 other ones, that's 13. Almost on what they require, 14.28. So yes, with 2 balls in hand,
I think Armand is missing the trick here. It was too full, too wide. You must use the facilities here. Target those stumps. It's not easy to bat on this wicket if you're targeting the stumps.
Guided down to third and another single for run whisperers. This is clever cricket from them. It's going to be difficult to score from here on in, 14 runs for each over, but if they can get that 1 or 2 big overs, this is already one that is a bit, I would say, rather to the liking of the run whisperers. They can, and brilliantly driven there. Will that go across the 2 ropes again? It reaches the 1 and the second. Yes, another 8 for the run whisperers on the scoreboard. Expensive over by Armand. And that just brings exactly what I was saying into contention. 16 plus 4, that is 22 on that 1 over from Armand. That is what the run whisperers will be hoping for, 2 or 3.
And they didn't have to do anything special. That's just 2 boundaries of 2 bad balls.
Nothing special. Keith Kwandu now probably going to be a bit scratching that head and just thinking, is he going to give Armand another over? Does he need a bowling change from this side? Or is he going to put in Tatenda after Wanda again to bowl his leg spin? A lot of questions. But yes, that just brings a bit of scoreboard pressure relief, I would say, for the run whisperers. 47 for the loss of 1 after 5. That is getting to that region that we were talking about. 100 of the first 10, Asad, will definitely give him something to look at.
The plan was to get it to 80 in the power play. They're halfway there. Still 1 over to go with double boundaries, still possible. Willem Lottering comes into the attack, another formidable bowler.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this a few times during our 2026 or 2026 league. In 2025, he was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, best bowler of the tournament, or leading wicket taker, if I can call it that. And also doing exceptionally well this year. Not as well, but I think with the new format and the benchmark being increased, and I must say the exceptional standard with cricket being played this year, things are a bit more difficult, or are a bit more, I would say...
Standard,
yes, exactly. So it's not as easy as it was last year. The format changes completely. And I think there's just a bit more competition this year, Asad. A lot more stronger teams. We now see even Mambas doing well again to reach playoffs. Big swing by Nash. That's over the top. Will it go all the way? Bounces once. No. Wow. Brilliant fielding in the deep there by Armand, I think. Running around, clipping it back. Does look like Armand that did that. Brilliant fielding. Putting out one hand, just keeping it within the boundary. Nash now trying to open those big wide shoulders of his.
But Willem is not giving me any pace to work with at the moment. Just letting it slide with the wind, moving slightly away from the wickets, trying to make him reach for the ball.
Asad, I think if run whisperers can score. Oh, quick single. Shy by the fielder. And hitting the fielder hard on the knee. Oh, I hope he didn't hurt himself. There is Keith. Just staying down on his knee. Tried to get that knee down. Ball bounced awkwardly.
Yeah, that is not a nice one to get hit on.
But I do think if you can get 100 from the next 47 balls and leave the last 100 up for the last 40 balls. I think Run Whisperers are in it. And most surely, beautiful stroke there by Erik Lindveld. That will probably not reach the rope, just being cut off, but they will turn for 2. Clever cricket. And exactly what you said, Willem Lottering, normally that would run to the boundary as quick as a thunderbolt. But taking off a lot of pace. Erik's clever enough to read it though, but cutting it and not getting to the boundary. So very, very clever tactics here from Willem Lottering. One quick, one a bit slower, probably driven. Again, just a single. No. Right. Oh, and they turn fumble from the captain.
This is good cricket from the Run Whisperers, rotating strike as much as possible.
Azad, I wish you could see the LBW calls. 2 difficult decisions, not given by the umpire, but it does seem that they were sliding down leg. And the ones from Keith Kwandu in the innings, brilliant bowling from the youngster there, and pinning back and getting the wicket of Keith Kwandu. Hitting on off, going on to hit probably middle. The brilliant call from the umpires, I must say. Last delivery, just sliding there past the outside of Nash's bat, and it is a dot ball for Willem Lottering. Run Whisperers, 53 for a loss of 1 after 6. Not Run Whisperers normal cricket. They like chasing down that power play, scoring anything above 80 or 70 runs in the power play normally. So yes, finding it a bit more difficult out there. I think game tactics from Gubaba's Bulls coming into it. And is that Armand going to bowl his second over?
I think it's Drickus.
It is Drickus, you're right. Current run rate 8.83. That required run rate just keeping steady there on 14.5. Went down just below 14, I think, in the previous over. And yeah, just bumped up again, 14.5. Asad, new. Outside edge there by Erik Lindveld. Is it going to beat the fielder? No, the fielder chasing it down, getting to the boundary just in time, picking up and shying back, and they come through for 2. Erik Lindveld trying to cut another one, just missing it completely. Drickus now asked to bowl his first over, and does look like he's doing quite a good job. Erik Lindveld going for the big shot. Will that cross? Flies, and yes, it bounces in between. Brilliant fielding by Fungai in the deep. It is a 6, but it surely caught off the 8. Stunning fielding by Fungai. Getting hit on the knee earlier and getting a lot of hurt. Now diving again. Doesn't look like that shot on the body or on the knee did too much damage or did too much hurt. Erik going for another big swing. Probably trying to get that over covers again in the same region. Missing it. Shot on the up again. Will that reach the boundary? Yes. Will it reach the second boundary? Yes. And it reaches the second boundary. Brilliant fielding there by Fungai, trying to get that, making an immense amount of ground to cover. Unfortunately, getting a hand to it, but not stopping it completely. And it goes over the 8 rope. 8 runs it is. Just one question. I think that previous boundary should have been a 6. Ball landing in between the 2 ropes, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, great over here for the Run Whisperers. A 4 and a 8. 14 of it with the last ball coming up. Looking down there at the dugout made for the sponsors, umpires, team managers and captains, we see Peter Linde, representative from CIC, joining us today here for the final with some family, I think. It's always nice to see the sponsors pitching up at the field, having a look at the game and coming to look at the action which they have invested in. And we will most likely hope to see some of those sponsors at the closing ceremony today, when the winner of this game will be crowned and that brilliant, nice, shiny cup will be handed over to the winning team. Few questions there in the middle. Questions asked. There's a bit of pointing in the deep. Fungi, Keith, a few questions there. Umpires just talking, not knowing exactly what's going on, but it looks like player's going to go on. Erik now doing his job, 20 of 9. National Shire still a bit struggling, 21 of 24. But if his eye is going to get in, he's going to hit the ball all around this United field, and it will become way too small for the big swing. Run Whisperer doing well in that last over, scoring 14 runs of it. And yes, as I say, they have changed it. Apologies, 16 runs in that last over. Willem Rottering to commence with his second over. Driven straight, fielder trying to come around, but long off coming into play, picking it up. Just a single of the first delivery. 70 for the loss of 1 after 7.1. Current run rate 9.77. I think if the Run Whisperers can stick as close as possible to that 10, this is similar to where Gubabas was. Ball sliding down to the leg side. Half a appeal there by some fielders, not having the view of Willem Lottering. He knows that's going down leg. Just looking at the overhead cam here. Umpire's view, if I can call it that. Brilliant shot around the corner. Will that go all the way? Crosses the first boundary, crosses the second boundary. Erik Lindveld, your beauty. Brilliant shot by the young man, or should I say senior youngster. Now part of the under-19 squad for Namibia. And showing his talent and skill with the bat today. And following that up after his bowling, also brilliantly bowling today. 36 of 13 is Erik Lindveld. Another big shot there by Erik. Will it cross both boundary ropes? Yes. It's a big shot. Probably the first 12 for Erik Lindveld. Following up that 8 with a 12. 21 of the over. A lot of pressure now onto Willem Lottering. Did really well in his first over. Brilliant bowling in his first over. And now exactly what that second boundary brings in. 90 for the loss of 1 is Run Whisperers. Here going for another big shot to the square leg side. Willem Lottering straying onto his legs, and that's another 8. This is a gigantic over for Run Whisperers. 29 runs off it thus far with 1 ball remaining. Erik Lindveld, 2 runs short of his 50 of only 14 deliveries. Beautiful leg glance, if you can call it that, worked around the corner from Erik Lindveld. 56 of 15, apologies. He's reached his 50. Hats off to the young lad. 57 of 16 deliveries now. Brilliant batting there from Erik Lindveld. Put into bat by his captain, Aubrey Oberholzer, and doing the job. 99 for the loss of 1 after 8. Run Whisperers are up to the task. And if this continues, they're definitely going to reach that 120, which is the halfway mark, more or less, going to that 256.
No cash, no stress.
Just grab your order.
And just like that, you're on your way.
It's effortless with Pay Today.